What's up, YouTube? Happy Monday. CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football, and we've got a little bit of news to talk about, specifically round 2 of the NFL Movers promo, which is going to bring 116 overall Arrival Edition players. Let's take a look at what they are. In addition to that, you get 32 new live events on the regular live event map that cost 100 stamina each. But honestly, I'm a little disappointed with some of these, mainly because we've got a 116 overall Alex Smith going over to the Redskins. But honestly, we just got Baker Mayfield, and this card is just, it's inferior. It's inferior to Baker Mayfield. Everyone, was grinding a ton. That draft promo was probably the best free-to-play promo all year. So I'm going to skip right over this Alex Smith, and I don't think that that's going to be enticing very many people to buy these Madden Cash-only packs. We then have Dion Lewis. Again, it's a halfback. We just got Saquon Barkley. He's not bad, but 5 agility, it doesn't affect the whole squad. It only affects the South. The 10% coins this late in the year is pretty meh. And then finally, finally on the ones that they show, we have Sylvester Williams. And honestly, of the 3 that they show here, this is probably the one that I would want. He's a decently quick defensive tackle, 102 speed, gives +5 strength to the north and 10% coins. And I need a defensive tackle. I'm pretty set on quarterback and running back. And then we have one that they did not show, and that is Weston Richburg, which I actually think is probably the pick of the bunch. 116 overall center, gives +5 impact block to the west. But when you look at him here, he's nice and balanced with 112 run block, 112 pass block, 112 impact block, decently quick, and there haven't been a lot of good centers. So he's probably the one that I would take. Granted, offensive line and center specifically, not all that important, but probably the one that I will grind for if I decide to grind for any of these. We also have the upcoming tournament, so let's go ahead and take a look at what it is. It's the Fast Pass Draft Tournament, and the rules on this one are pretty simple. One thing, shout out to EA, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love that you gave us this one game mode with parity in head-to-head and LVL. You've got these bought teams that can be so much better that kind of almost make it hard for a free-to-play to compete. But here in this tournament where we've been drafting, there's parity. Nobody's able to kind of pay to win because everybody gets 14 rounds and then potentially 3 bonus rounds. Some people can get lucky and pull a Moss or something like that. But in general, it's pretty even and fair, and I like that for just one game mode. So the way this one's going to work is basically 30 minutes to complete all drives, each drive starting at your own 20, and each drive is pass plays only with first downs. Now, that's a little ambiguous. We don't know, are we going to have like a short pass drive, a long pass drive, and a play action pass drive? Is it going to be drives with any of those available? EA, if you see this, maybe a little clarity would be, helpful so we know how many drives there are going to be. And let's look at the rewards, guys. As always on Monday, they don't show the upcoming rewards, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out it's probably going to be movers, movers tokens like we saw last week before they fixed it over to Flashback. So looking at these rewards, Tier 1 is pretty much garbage. I'm going to take the upcoming reward. Pick 2, I'm going to take the 200 cash. Pick 3, pretty meh as well. I'm probably going to go ahead and take the movers there. Pick 4, because I don't see, with the prices where they are now, that whatever is going to come in that third pick being worth 125,000 coins in value, I'm going to take the coins. And then for pick 5, I'm probably going to take that Madden Mint Box 4, or a Madden Mint Box 5. Reason being, if we go here and take a look at what it actually is, it looks like it's going to be 4 of those Madden Mint proof coins, and I believe I've already got one, so that'll actually let me complete the set. Let me know what you guys have pulled out of it, because I think I've opened 1 or 2 before, and they haven't been all that good. Like, I think I got like 30k coins one time, but I've seen other people like pull 1 million coins out of it, so I may take the gamble on that. And then finally, for those who want to grind this out, we've got a 114 to 117 overall Tariq Cohen, and honestly, this is a pretty darn good card. The stats are great. He's going to be really fast, and he's got a neutralizer boost, which is always helpful. But you know me, I'm not grinding for this one. I grind to 15 wins every tournament, and then I basically stop. Maybe I'll see something eventually that'll make me want to spend all my tickets, but I just haven't seen it yet. So really, that's what's in the news today, guys. Let's go ahead and hop into some coaching. All right, guys, so we are going up against Championship Bound again. And I'm going up against a 111 defense. So playing down today. So we're going to go ahead and hop into this, show off a couple more big plays. And then there's actually a really, really long drive on drive 2. Where I'll get to kind of go over a bunch of different things on there. I do use a bunch of different plays. So this one we fair catch, start at the 25, and we're going to kick this thing off with post corners. I've been becoming a big fan of this play. I used it some last year, but this year, especially with now the speed cap removal, if you have a good wide receiver one, since this is a route, this post corner route where you fake the post, then run the corner, gets you so wide open. It's just been money. So basically, I'm looking to wide receiver one, looking for one-on-one coverage, and then he's usually just going to get wide open. So here we go. He fakes the post, juts to the corner, and look at how open he gets. Look at how open he gets because the corner bites on that post fake, and when he cuts out on the corner, he's just left wide open. Quick juke, he's gone. One play banger, and we're going to go right into bunch spacing against this 4-3 zone. We're going to go up at a 45-degree angle and take that right in for our first score on the day and first 8 points. We're going to speed this thing up, jump right into drive number 2, and this one is actually going to give me a bit of an opportunity to do some coaching. I didn't want to just run post corners and drop one play bangers over and over since it would kind of shut things down. So here we go with Trip Strong Flood. So on Trip Strong Flood, there's two main reads that you want to look to. One is going to be your slot receiver, the LB or Baldwin, who's running that deeper out route. The other is your tight end, who's going to go into the flat. If it was countered, you'd be facing a nickel defense, and you'd be able to hit your running back. But wide receiver one, since we've got a blitz coming here, you see that strong safety cheating down to cover Baldwin. That's going to leave Evans one-on-one. So there's a chance to get the bomb here. And look at this. We get him open. It's one-on-one coverage. The free safety's trying to come over, and unfortunately, Evans can't come down with the ball, but I had to take that shot since it was there. And next, we're going to go with an empty trip stick here. So we've got a 4-3 zone coverage, and against zone coverage on this play, I like to hit the running back. He's just running that quick little, slant in. We hit him for a nice, easy 10-yard gain. Sets up a 1st and 10, and we're going to go, sticking in this set of the playbook, we're going to go with a bunch Z spot. And on bunch Z spot, we've got man coverage here, but we've got a couple of different options. One is going to be to hit your slot receiver on that corner route, which would be Baldwin. The other is wide receiver one, who kind of runs that short little curl route. And we're just going to see which one gets open. We got Baldwin, and he just can't hang on to the ball. I'm just almost numb to it at this point. Here we go with trips, tight end, quick slants. We've got a dime zone coverage here, so we're going to look to hit the tight end. That's really the best route to go to on this play. He's either going to run an out route or a curl route, and on this particular play, he's going to run this out route. We hit him at the sideline and take that up for a 1st down. So moving down the field nice and easy, just a little slow at this point. But I said that this is going to be a long drive, and it will be. So I'm going to use a bunch of different plays. Here we go with empty shallow cross. We've got a dime zone coverage. This is actually counter formation here. And I look to just go to the drag route to the running back. Unfortunately, with that counter, I could not hold off the pass rush long enough to get the ball off. So it sets up a 2nd and 14. And here we go. We're going to go with a fullback middle. On this particular play, this 4-3 coverage is actually counter formation as well. And your ideal target is going to be your tight end running that out route. Your backup is to go to the running back. When it's countered, you really look to just hit the running back and try to avoid the sack. So here we go. Look to hit the running back, and that's the one downside of Baker Mayfield. He threw it probably 40 yards past his target. So here we go with a flanker spot. And on this particular play, against man coverage, I like to scramble. Against zone coverage, I'm normally going to look to hit wide receiver one on that corner route here. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and snap it. We get Evans one-on-one. Lob that up, and unfortunately, couldn't come down with it, so it sets up a 4th and 14. And we are going to use motion cross, my favorite play, provided you're on the right hash and you need 15 yards or less. You're basically going to look to hit, in this particular coverage, we have man. So against man coverage, we're actually going to scramble to the left. If it was zone, we'd look to hit wide receiver 2 on that crossing route. So here we go. We snap it. It's man coverage, and we roll out to the left. Now, I want to stop right here. Because it's Mayfield, I had to make a flash decision here. Normally, that defensive tackle that we see right out in front of me is blocked. He didn't get blocked this time. So he has a chance of blowing up my scramble. So in this case, I'm actually going to take a chance and throw the ball. It was risky. Luckily, it came down with it, but I don't think I would have been able to make that if I tried to go the scramble, unless I managed to get a juke or a truck or something, and that's just super risky with a quarterback. Here we go with wide receiver corner. I've explained this one before. We're just going to look to hit Graham on that out route, and we take that up for another first down. So this drive, I really tried to kind of go through and show off a good deep part of the playbook and use a bunch of different plays. I normally try to recycle plays. Today I really didn't. So here we go with a PA deep attack. Really the read here is wide receiver 1 on this drag route. He should get wide open here, which he does, but he just can't catch it. I mean, he had a good 2-3 yard separation, but just couldn't come down with the ball. So 2nd and 10, we're going to go back in here, and we are going to go with a bunch flanker drive. We've got a dime zone here. So against dime zone, you would normally go to the running back on this one. You could also, look for other reads, but normally the running back is going to be the safest read here. Unfortunately, he's covered pretty well here, and I didn't want to risk it. I tried to hit the trash button at the end there. Unfortunately, Mayfield's release is not that fast, so I was not able to actually get that off. So here I go checking the play rotation. It's 3rd and 14. I'm going to use empty trip stick here. We've got this dime zone coverage. It is actually counter formation. So we could go to Barkley, or we could try to scramble. Unfortunately, it was a critical counter, so I just tried to throw it away. Thankfully, didn't lose any yards, but that was the final play without scramble, so I do have scramble back here. I had to go check and just double check just to make sure, but motion cross was where I used it. We've ran 4 plays, so we're going to go right back to it. Motion cross. Once again, we've got man coverage. We know that because the corners took a little step. So the ideal read is to scramble, and hopefully our defensive tackle gets blocked here. So we set our blocks, roll out, and here we've got plenty of running room. So we go ahead, take that up towards the sideline. Since I was inside the 5, I could not risk trying to hit a skill button because I didn't want to fumble there, so I just stayed close to the sideline. And someone asked in the comments yesterday, what do you do if fullback flare is countered? There's a couple of different plays, and I'm going to show you them here. One that I like is triple post. Against triple post, when you're inside the 5, it's a real simple read. Just take a step or 2 back and hit your tight end. So here we go. You see right there, he's wide open. Unfortunately, he doesn't catch it. So another option, flipping Hail Mary. Now, when you flip Hail Mary, if you see here, that linebacker slid to the right to cover Baldwin. If he doesn't do that, and he just stays in place, you're just going to bullet it right to the slot receiver, so Baldwin, and it'll be an easy touchdown. Now, because he slides over, you don't want to make that throw, or you might throw an interception. So when he slides over, I like to just scramble. So I set up here. I don't have scramble, but you see I took the free scramble that I've talked about in the past by heading on an angle and was able to break through. Since I did have to use my scramble on motion cross a little while ago, I went ahead and used toss. And thankfully, I'm able to pull that in for a touchdown. So we're sitting on 16 for the day. So we're going to jump right into drive number 3 against Willow here. And once again, his kick power is a little bit too high. So he does go ahead and kick it into the end zone. So we start at the 25, and we are going to go with post corner. Since that was a long drive, I wanted to keep the video down and not make it too long. So post corners, we saw it on drive 1. We'll see it again, see if we can pull this sucker off with the fake post. Now here, the corner bit, and as you can see, that corner is not going to be able to make a play on it. However, we do have a safety deep. This is why I like to have a tall wide receiver, and Mike Evans at 6'5", he's going to win most jump balls. So there we go. He gets it, and with a little shaking, we take that one in for our 3rd and final touchdown. We do have scramble, so we're going to go bunch spacing here, and we do end up not hitting a counter, so we loop that around, and we are in for a perfect 24 points on the day. So there it was. Post corners, 2 big plays, and then a long drive looking at, different times to convert, as well as 2 additional options at the goal line. If you like this video or what I'm trying to do here on the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hang out for a week or two. Track your scores. I promise if you implement down and distance management, play recycling, and just overall smart play calling, your scores will go up. And if you want to see what I drop, when I drop it, go ahead and hit that bell icon to join the notification squad. So we are so close to 5,000 subscribers that I have actually planned for what I'm going to do for 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to see a sneak peek, check it out on Instagram at CHF Plays Madden. I posted something there for what I'm going to do for 5K. So go ahead, go follow me there if you want to see what it is. I love you guys. You are the best audience ever. I will see you tomorrow. CHF out.